I'm like, yeah, she said I'm not gonna like this. Yeah, she said I'm not gonna like that. So I was listening to it last night. I was like, okay, so I definitely need you to break it down for me and explain it to me. Oh, I get that. So now I guess now when I listen with fresh ears again, I'll understand what it's all about. But I love what you're saying, and I think more voices like yours need to have a platform, so I can appreciate that. So
Oh, well, thank
I
you.
all the time too. I tell people all the time, they're like, I said, I can talk to anybody. They think because I'm black that I'm only going to talk to black people or have this. No, I talk to all types of people. Because first of all, I learned. And we all are different. It's just the fact that our skin tones are different. But I want to know what your life was like. I want you to know what mine is like, and I want to understand the differences. We all have different. Not be afraid of that.
I love that so much because I think that that's why all of this stuff is hurting me so bad. Like, and personal view of it, because I'm like, it's like watching an abusive relationship or like something that's toxic, maximized in the world, because all as humans want to be valued, understood, needed, loved. And when we don't seek to understand before being understood, we are going to get clashed. And then if somebody's not being the big person, we're going to get perpetuated hatred and anger. And it's really sad because I grew up in a small town. There wasn't a lot of diversity. I was really young, but I knew that I just loved people. Like, my love for culture is like what drives me. I literally love people so much that when I moved and I ended up in Nashville, it was random for me because I was not thinking it was open enough for me. I wanted like as many people as I could get. But I literally got to tell you that the underground hip hop scene, the people that I've met in this city, like especially being surrounded by so many different types of people, my heart is with that. Like, my heart is with people that are struggling to be understood. My heart is with people that have endured pain and have endured indifference and have endured a not a normal, happy-go-lucky life. Like, and I see that even though I didn't grow up on the same street as you, I also had similar experiences. And we all want the same thing. And even though you might not think going to a farm for getting your eggs in the morning is normal, you go to the Kroger. Like, that was how I grew up. We were talking, I did a song with a local rapper. His name was Cub, the Cook Up Boss. And I think he's with Slamerican now. And Hello Wolf. And it was so crazy. I went to the studio and I was so young. I was 18 and he was talking to me. I didn't know what he was saying because he had so much slang in the way that he was like, I was like, I just started laughing when people were laughing. I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. And then we were talking about how his ex was taking his kids to go to their grandparents and pick eggs. And he was like, I don't know what they're doing picking eggs. He's like, you can't get me on a farm. And I was like, I respect that. I respect that. We were just talking about all the differences of growing up. And I was just like, man, that's cool. I wish people could do that all day long. Why can't we do that all the time?
And I think people would understand each other so much if they just have the conversation. I said right now what's going on in the world is that people are so afraid. Just sit down and ask a hard question. And honestly, if you're being honest, I don't think it's really a hard question to ask. So you're white. Okay, so what is an idea of white? Okay, I want to know. What do you do every day? What do people say to you? People don't understand what it's like to be black. You don't understand that when I walk in the store, somebody's looking at me differently or saying I can't afford this. So ask me that so I can explain it to you. Just don't make assumptions about who I am.
Yes.
You know. You don't know. I tell people I don't know your struggle and you don't know mine. But what we can do is have a conversation.
That's what I'm saying. And I've realized is that is the biggest hill we have to overcome right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and we see it in our personal relationships, and those relationships, it's like everything's a pattern. So how we treat each other in our personal relationships is also how the world is taught to communicate. And that's like, don't even get me started, because I promise you, I will go for hours. And this is like this, I think the psychology of the human existence and the spiritual aspect and how much I want people to come together is really the goal for everything I'm doing and really what I'm saying. And in Raggedy Ann, I was telling people, I was like, why tread water and almost drown when you could be the ocean in your mind? Like, people don't get the prophetic thing I'm saying. Like, if you open your mind and realize that we are the ocean, we are the universe, we are one, then you would stop drowning in every little pool that you come across, because it's your mind that's controlling your experience and your perception of the world.
I will tell you this, I'm gonna keep it personal now. I was married for like 30 years. My husband, black guy, married to a long time, have a kid, have all that. Well, he passed away in 2018. So I said, never want to date, never anything ever in my life. Well, then I ended up getting connected with this guy. The guy is from Scotland, so kind of looks like you, but but it's so strange that when I was like, have you ever dated, black people, black women? Like, nope. Have you ever dated? I was like, nope. But we had these conversations, and we talked, and I said, no, we have more things in common than different. More things in common than like, it's just amazing to me. Now when some of the protests started happening, the Black Lives Matter, he didn't get a lot of that. So sometimes the conversation was a little complicated, but we still had it.
Right.
We still had it. So now I said, when you look at me, I am who I am. He is who he is. I have a daughter. My daughter's black. He has a daughter. So this is not what our family looks like. So it's not like, not all black, not all white. It's a blend. And, it works. So far it's working anyway, so.
Well, it should. It's 2020. I actually think that we're way more integrated and loving than we ever have been in the entire history of the human race.
But it's kind of hard to say that when you have a person that's in the White House that's just bigoted. That's just like, how do we blend what we are now to somebody like that, who just openly racist, just does not care.
I agree with you. We will always, because we're not in heaven, we will always have to navigate this evil versus good playing field forever. Right. It's our battle forever, and we're always going to have to make growths within ourselves and within our communities. And I think that one thing is for sure, and I hope people stay rooted in this, that we do need changes in our government now beyond just who's president. We need to stop allowing people to hold the Senate for 30 plus years.
See, I'm right there with you. I'm like, that is ridiculous. All those old white men in the Senate. What do you know about people? Seriously?
I know. And that's what I'm saying. So we would have the same. So we have somebody in there right now was in there when segregation was still happening. You need to get out. Like,
he's the same age as my mother, okay? So yeah, you need to go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's things we need to redraft. We need to redraft things, especially there, because we are really, it doesn't matter who's in front as the president anymore. I mean, if the Congress and the House have one way to operate and they want to shut something down, they're doing it. And there's blackmail and there's evil and there's all over the place. I mean, it's just especially in America.
That's why I said
we profit off of it.
I love our country. I said, but we are still dealing with the 400 years of slavery, and people don't want to talk about. Everybody said, "Oh no, it's not like it used to be." No, it's not like it used to be, but it can be a hell of a lot better. It needs to be better for it has to be better, because to have this keep coming up is year after year. It's insane to me. We need to put it into it. Let me tell you something. I think you're fantastic, and if I could talk to you for a whole freaking hour, I would.
Same, I love it.
He's like, oh my God, I have to edit that. No.
Yeah, you don't have to say what I was at.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but you know what? I wanted you to sing your song, but you know what? I don't have time for it, because I got another interview waiting up right behind you. But I'm gonna play your song because we have it, so I'm gonna play it.
Yes. Sorry, we talked about life. That always matters more than a cappella.
You know. Go ahead, give me a little bit really quick.
What song do you want to hear?
Your latest.
Badoom Boom?
Uh-huh.
I like it like a bull ride, nothing like a soul ride. Then I move fast, so you'll never see the sunrise. I be like a tank, I'm living like a 10, breaking in the day like I'll never love again. My body is a gold shell, knuckles made of lead, living in a hotel, let them think I'm dead. I like it when I'm free, I like it when I'm me. Money on the dashboard, rolling by the sea. And I'll be gone in the morning like a siren with no warning. MIA today. Give me all, give me all, give me all, give me all. I think it was another hook.
That's that voice right there that I love. That is that
Yay!
voice
I'm so glad you like it.
that I love. I love so
Aw.
much, so much.
Well, let's
Thank
make sure to stay connected.
Absolutely. You know what? Send me an email anytime when you have my email, call me on the show, whenever
Keep me
you want.
posted. You're in Chicago, right?
Absolutely.
I just drove through there yesterday. I love Chicago. So hopefully when this is over, we can do in studio.
And I know they're doing some writing in Wisconsin too. So hopefully, something good, something positive is gonna come out of that.
I hope so. Well, we're Midwest for life, so I'm all about it.
Oh Lord, help me somebody. Okay.
I know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. You guys, she gave me a kiss. I'm giving you one right back. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna talk to you soon.